Hello, my name is Juan Martinez. This application is for planning and zoning permit number 21-520-01. This is a special use permit for Vista Rail Charter High School for property located at 5000 and 5008 South C Street. The application was filed by Tracy Woods with Learn for Life, and this is on behalf of Vista Rail Charter High School and the Pleasant Valley Shopping Center property owners. The use permit will allow Vista Rail to expand. The school is currently operating within a 5,200 square foot tenant space, and the proposal will allow them to expand into their 3,500 square foot that is immediately adjacent. This would be for an overall 8,800 square foot overall tenant area, and this would be within one of several buildings within the shopping center that is 12,000 square foot, and it's a multi-tenant building. The application doesn't propose any exterior changes and will only involve minor interior tenant improvements. The shopping center consists of a total of 80,000 square feet, and it's within a developed 7.9 acre site. The property is zoned general commercial, and it has the overlay for an all affordable housing opportunity. The shopping center is predominantly surrounded by residential. The zoning map and the general plan on the bottom right show that to the north, low density single family homes. To the east, also single family homes and a fuel station at the corner. To the south, there's single family homes and a commercial center fronting Pleasant Valley. To the west, there's an apartment complex in the different shades of color. Yellows and browns represent the residential, with brown being high density, and the reds are the general commercials near the intersection along Pleasant Valley, C Street, and Saviors. The project entitlement included the application review and with community workshop meetings with the Pleasant Valley Village neighborhood and the Southlands neighborhood. And then ultimately the Planning Commission is the approving body with an 18-day appeal period, which the planning decision may be appealed to the City Council. The shopping center is again developed. There are many existing non-conforming conditions with parking, circulation, pedestrian path of travel, landscaping, lighting. The existing picture number 1 shows the front view, and picture number 2 shows the C Street view. There is an approved development application that will include improvements to the center, which I will discuss a little later in this presentation. In 1957, the shopping center was developed, and this was prior to annexation to the city. 1976, the shopping center was approved to go through a remodel, and that application included a master sign program which introduced the mansard roofs and some of the other improvements of that time. In 2004, in the same space that the school is operating and is proposing to expand into, the city and the Planning Commission approved an adult daycare facility. And since then, the adult daycare, I think, vacated the building in obviously prior to the school, but I think it was in the 2015-2016 timeframe. In 2010, the Planning Commission approved minor modifications to the 12,000 square foot building. Those minor modifications included facade changes to all of the elevations, and this is the phasing program that includes the remodel, and this is a 2018 planning manager minor mod approval that included facade remodeling and improvements in a 3-phase program. That application is due to expire on July 31st of 2022. However, phase 1, the construction plans have been submitted, in phase one will activate the minor mod approval and will provide a time frame for build out and improvements for phase two and phase three. The phase one will essentially include facade and site changes to the main strip center. Those improvements will include improvements to the circulation, parking, facade improvements, lighting, and realignment of drive entrances. The phase two will include a new building near the corner. It's a 10,000 square foot multi-tenant building with related improvements and a bus pull-out along the southeast corner. Phase three includes landscaping and upgrades to parking circulation to the southwest portion of the center. These are the phasing plans that were a part of the 2017 minor mod approval. And again, these are just the site plans, not the elevation details, but this kind of gives an idea of some of the site conditions that will become conforming in terms of landscaping, lighting, path of travel, circulation. In this detail, the upper 80,000, actually, I think it's 60,000 square foot, which is referred to as Building A, will incorporate new facade improvements, walkway connections, path of travel, landscaping, and planters. This driveway will be realigned, and this parking lot will be restriped and will include lighting and landscaping. Phase two would be the 10,000 square foot building, the bus pull-out, new sidewalk improvements, and a new drive entry near the center along Pleasant Valley. The 10,000 square foot is designed to accommodate multiple tenants. One more thing. Phase two will also include landscape improvements to the area east and north of Building D and along Buildings B and C. The phase three, last phase of the improvement plan, will include landscape improvements along the frontage. Existing non-conforming driveways will be closed, and new driveways will be realigned to align with drive aisles, particularly with this main drive aisles connection, including end planters, lighting. The Vista Rail has been operating at 5,000 since 2017. They do show that there was an earlier permit about a year before, but our system recognizes that they occupied the building in 2016, maybe 2017. In 2021, Charter School begins the process to expand into the adjacent tenant space. This is a school that is currently operating in downtown in nearby cities within the county, cities in Ventura, Santa Paula, and Camarillo. The charter school is currently operating within the 5,200 square foot tenant space, illustrated and outlined in blue. This is their existing tenant space, the existing configuration with the open classroom in the center. And I think that area is identified as a 1,500 square foot area. And then the proposal would be to expand into the adjacent space with doorway connections in between the two tenants, and this is the 3,500 square feet with those interior tenant improvements being proposed to connect and combine the two spaces. There's simply a furniture plan showing desks, seating, and room identification was illustrated in the previous floor plan for all the rooms. Some recommended conditions. Condition 3 is the permit has a 24-month expiration, meaning that charter school has full permits and occupy the adjacent space within 24 months. Developer also has, not developer, but the permittee in this case has to continue to provide the off-street parking for the project, which includes striping. Conditions 10 and 17 are the tenant improvements that are proposed, which will include the retrofitting and upgrades to any tenant improvements needing to meet water and energy code requirements and ADA accessibility, which is typical of the plan check review process. So again, these are the conditions requiring that building permits complete their course in order to occupy the space. Condition number 19 is standard for graffiti removal within 24 hours. And then we're also restricting, which is typical for shopping centers, to not allow outdoor displays or vending or outdoor storage of equipment or machines or vending equipment of any type. The project is found to be exempt from CEQA, and this is regarding existing facilities that aren't exceeding the thresholds or guidelines to provide exceptions or exemptions, and a notice of exemption will be filed. The project had a virtual community meeting back in July 19th. Approximately 500 notices were sent out to the property owners in Pleasant Valley Village neighborhood and the Southlands neighborhood. The notice also included a community workshop, on-site posting to inform persons of the community workshop for July 19th, and a presentation was made. There were no questions or expressed concerns, comments, or oppositions that were made at the meeting, and to this date, no public comments regarding the project have been received. Staff is recommending that the Planning Commission find the project to be categorically exempt from the environmental review pursuant to CEQA, and this would be pursuant to Section 15301 existing facilities, and that the Planning Commission adopt a resolution approving planning and zoning permit 21-52001. This would be a special use permit subject to certain findings and conditions. Thank you.